Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Spirit Hunters Infinite Horde. Today, we're taking another look at our main man, Conrad. He is large, in charge, and this time he's actually going to be regaining hit points. That's right, he heals 2 HP on cast with the vines. There is no cooldown reduction, so what you get at the beginning is what you get throughout the entire thing. We will be going to the Spine Dunes, as it is one of the harder ones, and we can take some hits there. We are Conrad. We are tough. And realistically, I just want to see how well this health gain is on Conrad. I think I have one of the Grand Hex, which starts off very slow and just does get better over time. The Vines are a bit more consistent overall, but, you cannot reduce their cooldown. Let's see. These guys don't hit us for too much, although when we are surrounded by them, that is a little bit of a problem, because they were all hitting us at once, which is confirmed to be a thing. So that's not good. Do not want to be in those the ranges of many. What I find interesting, though, is it almost multiplies the damage, because if you notice, 1 was hitting me for 1, but 5 hit me for, 20. They weren't hitting me for 5. So that is an interesting fact, I feel. But the hitboxes will be changing in the upcoming patch, which is fantastic. I am quite a fan of that. Do we want shurikens or bone? I've been doing a lot of bone lately, I feel. So let's go with the shurikens. Don't get me wrong. I know why I'm doing a lot of bone lately. It is my favorite one. So realistically, just to get the maximum potential out of the synergy, we don't need a single point. That is one beautiful thing, is this synergy is maximumed just by Tangle Vines existing. We don't need to increase its damage. We don't need to increase anything else. That being said, we will increase its damage. We will increase other things. It was our starter weapon, and I do enjoy making starter weapons as good as possible, but we can primarily focus on Shadow Shuriken, should we want. No problems there. And let's actually start exploring. Looking for chests, looking for pets. Doing all of the good things. Don't want to just stand here all the time. We do need a bit of experience. Hopefully we will get a pet or two that increases our movement speed. When I say or two, I mean get it twice. Maybe we find it in a shop in a pet cage nearby. That would be very nice. But one thing to note is I did not do movement speed on this one. I was doing the experience gain just to see how it worked, and I forgot how slow Conrad is without the movement speed. It's a challenge. It's fun, kinda, but I do like Conrad. He is a strong character, and all the characters are strong in their own way, which is great that each character does have its own unique style and brand and feel. It's very easy to sort of get into the habit that characters are, reskins of each other, and there really isn't too much of a play style difference. But I find the difference between Maxine and Conrad, the slow and the fast, and then the other two, which they have their own differences, but just the speed alone really is a huge differentiating factor in how you play. When you're fast, you can go everywhere, you can do anything you want, you don't feel like you're missing things. When you're slow like Conrad, you're kind of just like, okay, let's go. Oh crap, but there's some experience behind me, but that's going to take me a minute to get to. Alright, not a minute, but what do we want? We are going vines, so as much as I want experience, let's get hoodoo. That will increase our vine damage, so, supporting our main weapon. Never a bad thing. Let's even get another one out there. That way, it goes a little bit further. Again, another, I guess, bonus of the vines on Conrad. We only have 4, and he already can't make it to the end. This is a bad example, but we will get a better example soon. So like this, I was walking in the same direction, and it went away as I got to the 4th. That essentially is how slow he is. Where other characters, you need 5 to 6 usually, or you need a lot of AoE size on lower numbers. I mean, we only have 2 areas, and he can't make it to the end. So we're going to keep the number relatively down. I do not want to necessarily destroy the, or put points in it when we'll never see the final level there. That is an impossibility basically. So it's just something to adapt to. We'll probably get to like 5, maybe 6. But we're definitely not going beyond that because they would just be off the screen and we wouldn't even see them. So it doesn't even matter. Increasing the size and damage, though, will be a thing. Always a fan. Hearts on Conrad, way, 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 way powerful. So, I mean, we had some damage on us, but we got 3 hearts, and that would have been enough for, like, well over 100 HP. So I do need to take some more damage. I'm not really trying to take damage, but I'm not trying to avoid it too much either. I feel. Maybe I am. It's just sort of natural playstyle, I guess. But let's see. Let's run. Oh, nope. Okay. Run. Okay. Things are just dying as they get to me. That's the problem. But you can see, I mean, just 2 health on every cast. It doesn't seem like too much, but it really adds up with his damage mitigation. I mean, that 2 health on him, it really does depend on the damage of the hits that you're taking. But say you're taking 1 hit on Conrad, you would be taking 3 damage on another character, right? So that 2 health is 6 effective health in that scenario, or yeah, 6 effective health. So of another character. So it's pretty substantial. It's essentially doubling it in that case of how much you can take. But still, I am a fan. That is a good little chunk there. That is a good little chunk. We are starting to take some damage, which is good. These bladed banshee mummy women things definitely hit a sizable bit harder, which is good. Let's actually get the area. Let's get the area. It's a big safety measure. And you can see again, we took 1 damage. We just gained 2. We took a damage. Oh, she hit me. That's okay. That's okay. We got some hearts coming up. Oh, no hearts. Look at that. What is going on with these chests? It's fine. It's fine. We'll just meander around. We'll get to a shop. Fantastic. I very much want to see the shop. I would. All right. What are we getting in the shop? We shall see. But I want to get these chests. Obviously, you want to stock up on your money if it's nearby. First, we have a pet over there. So let's go to the shop before the pet. One important thing that I always like to do, because if you go to the shop first, you might find a pet and then that you really, really want, and then you can immediately upgrade it. Now, did we find a pet that we immediately want? No. We found a pet that we just don't really care about, at least in this run. It's not a bad pet. It's great while you are farming things and getting all of that squared away, but in terms of usefulness on the whole, it is definitely one of the weaker pets. So we're also happily, I think, in a position where we are keeping damage on us pretty consistently. We will get some bosses, boss chests that do love to drop hearts, which I do love about that. It is not something that you generally have to worry too much about. And yeah, we'll probably heal back up, but at the same time, we're staying consistent. We're taking damage still and staying consistent. The vines are just a nice little buffer. For Conrad especially, I mean, most of his synergies are based around increasing size and things like that. So having something that just says, it's different and useful, and health on him is quite good. So I don't know. I kind of like that aspect of this is another type of boon or synergy that a character can have. Now it does lean into Magnus's, but at the same time, I could see if every character had multiple types, for instance, Vivian has one where she has the vines get bigger every 10 levels, where every other weapon revolves around just gaining more experience. It's very unique for her. It's a unique ability. Things getting bigger every 10 levels. It ties in with her. The synergy with her character is fantastic. Because she is the character that will be gaining more levels anyway because she has the increased radius to suck in experience. So I think that's a great addition. And again, it's just that level of uniqueness that that weapon on that character has, even. As you can see, we've been getting surrounded. I don't have great weapons to deal with everything, which is part of the point that I was trying to do. Again, I try not to just make overpowered build 1 and just go. Is that a bad thing to do? No. I mean, honestly, when I just farm and stuff, I just turn my brain off and just go overpowered build, go, and don't even think about it. But you can see we're just sort of going around. We're gaining our 2 hit points every now and then, which is enough. You know, it's just great sustain. I'm not worried about, okay, we need to find a box so I can gain 30 hit points. If I did not have vines right now, let's see. Hell, I think vines is about a 4-second cooldown, so let's say 30 HP a minute. Which is not terrible. I mean, it's honestly not great. It's essentially 1 heart a minute at that rate. So, not great, but not terrible. Is there anything we want here? Not really. You know what? We're gonna go book. And we're going to go to Conrad. See how those stack up. We don't want to actually gain health, but if we can mitigate more, again, it leans into Conrad's speciality. I mean, it better if the pet is Conrad. I mean, come on. It's in the name. But what's also nice is when we level, you know, we will kill all the little bugs and stuff that are around us now. We take a lot less damage. Fantastic. Let's just run into things. Kill them off while we can. I do want to go to the southeast, but I'm so greedy. I'm so greedy. I'm just going over here. Alright, let's get a level. See how this works. Perfect. We got a level. Alright, it's been a long time. So it's... Boom. Look at that. 20 damage. Oh, we killed, like, 7 things for a pet slot. It's great. Definitely one of the weaker pets. It's... You know, it's a nice interaction. I kind of wish that was on the web instead of a pet. You know, if that was more of a... I want the speed, but I want the magnet. Oh, magnet. I mean, the magnet is too much for Conrad. Oh, such a choice. Such a choice. That, I think, would be a great talent on the web, though, because if that was on the web, you know, it just gives you that little bit of safety. And maybe it's not 20 damage. Maybe it's only like 5. It's just enough to kill the tiny enemies. You know. Oh, well, back up to full thanks to that boss chest. Fantastic. I think that would be a nice little boon. You know, pets in this game are very, very versatile. And, you know, the question is how much versatility is there in the builds right now? I guess that's the thing. And right now, it's sort of, you know, there's too many pets generally for what you want to do. It is nice to open things faster, but at the same time, if you have that option on the web, is that something that you even take? You know, it depends on, I guess, what you're playing for. If you are going for farming specifically, yeah, you would take them, but at the same time, long term, without the ability to reset your web, it's actually technically a hindrance, right? Because, you know, once your web is full, any pet that you have that you're just like, oh, well, I don't care about this. I don't care about when I level up, I do 20 damage or 40 damage or whatever. I mean, that's A, rare. It's B, not going to happen on bosses and things like that. That when, you know, you really want that power spike. And even if it does, what's 20 damage to 7,000, right? So you would want to avoid that pet. Okay, so that's avoided. You know, Beacon. I really like Beacon. Don't get me wrong. I think Beacon is very underrated and underestimated in challenges. If you are doing a challenge run and you have Beacon at your side, he can definitely save your butt in a moment of need. He can also make sure you don't get as much experience or drag experience away from you when you don't need him. So there is a downside. I think the upside does outweigh it in challenges. However, if you are not going to be doing challenges pretty much whatsoever, well, now you've wasted a point because, in the standard run, maybe you get close to death. Maybe there are a few moments where it might have been useful, but comparatively, Beacon versus just one more damage might have saved you with Slyther. Beacon versus Hardy, who gave you hearts. Beacon versus Scoop, who could have given you hearts. Don't get me wrong, I think Scoop is one of the ones I would also not take as well. I would probably take Hardy for challenges overall, but again, if you're not doing challenges, Hardy is fairly useless as well. We do have a Moon Mummy, and I cannot get him into this circuit. Okay, whew, Moon Mummy. I just wanted you dead. It was very difficult. The move speed. That 10% would have gone a long way. I just want some more experience, and I'm just moseying along. Let's just walk into enemies. Why not? Let's see. Shurikens are doing fine. Do we want more number? 6 is a lot now. 6 is too much. I mean, look at that. 6 is too much. Let's go directly with it. We're walking along it halfway through because we've gotten the area sizes. We can get halfway through the vines with Conrad. The only thing more vines does is puts experience further away from us, and I don't want that. I want my experience as close to Conrad as possible. So, see, now we're taking the big hits, even with Chicana. Okay, they weren't that big, but we have some damage on us. Fantastic. I will take it, and again, just that 2 health. Boop, 2 health, and we didn't take another hit. Boom, 2 more health. 4 health. I'll take it. It adds up. So yeah, I don't have a problem with this synergy. Again, as I was saying earlier, I think it's actually really neat. It's just having a unique interaction for a character. It is a shame that it's fairly along the lines of Magnus. Magnus is definitely the health regen character. And none of these are set in stone, of course. This is very early access still. They're still working out, a lot of the boss mechanics and the gameplay style. The progression system is still being worked on in the future. So there are changes to be made. Do not get me wrong. So again, with nothing set in stone, things just throwing that out there for now. But it would be really cool if his interactions were more based on, his damage reduction. Maybe if you were standing in vines, increases his damage reduction by 3. Something, or increases the damage reduction based on the number of mines, so he can or vines. That would be pretty powerful, but it would give him a reason to collect more mines, to upgrade its level, to stand in them. I mean, Conrad, boom. Oh, now over here, boom. Now I'm taking 6 less damage. I mean, that essentially could make him invincible to a degree. But with the changes coming up to bosses and things like that, I don't know. I mean, bosses are going to be doing significantly more damage, so it's not necessarily going to make him invincible. It would probably make him invincible to most of the small things, though. But yeah, interactions like that, especially with vines there, very, very cool potential. What else could it do? Maybe it does work like a shield instead of increasing your damage reduction. While standing in vines, whenever you get hit, you reflect a certain portion of damage back. Maybe it's something like that. Or it turns your damage mitigation into a reflect. So that gives Conrad even more versatility, right? So, oh, well, I got Conrad, which increases my damage reduction by 1. But it also now gives me an extra reflect damage, you know? So all these small enemies, hey, if I'm Conrad, come on. I don't even care if you hit me. I want you to. Just hit me, let me take the 1 damage, and you're dead. And then I can collect your experience. Ooh, Thorny... Oh, I really, really like that. Thornrad. Yeah, that to me really, really would be an amazing synergy right there. It looks like we're in the top right. Oh, perfect. We got him on him. It's not going to be perfect, but it hit him quite a bit. And, oh, and he's below us. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Is this 2 health going to save us on a boss? No. Not at all. But, you know, it will mitigate all of these damages from these tornadoes and things like that. It's really just the boss that we have to worry about. Any damage that we're taking from anything else really doesn't matter too much. All the small enemies are going to be doing 1 damage for the most part. And there we go. As you can see, we brought him down pretty low. Oh, there's a pet over there. No. Oh, jeez. Come on. Take your damage. There we have it. So the beauty is that the ads do stop at the end of this one, which is very nice. So yeah, I honestly speaking, talking through it, 16 minutes, not bad. Thornrad, I think that is something that I would love to see. Reflect damage if you take Tangle Vines. It's unique to Conrad at that point. It gets rid of all the small enemies. Really, really, really would help him level up. Just because you don't have to worry about, taking a close clearer. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was clearing everything in essence, but the more you clear, the faster you clear, the more it's around you, just the better it is. There were a lot of times where I had 5 or 6 enemies on me, and at the very beginning. So just, hey, I took vines. Those 5 or 6 enemies, hey, you take 3 or 4 damage a hit. On hard modes, that's not going to kill them in 1 hit, but you get Conrad, you upgrade it to level 3. Now it's doing 8 damage a hit, because I think there's 5 on the board potentially. I know there's 1 there. There is another one over here. Is there? Yeah, 3. Yeah, so there's 3 on the board. And then he would have 2. So 5, Conrad, 6, and then if you upgrade it once or twice, 7, 8. 8 damage reflect, awesome. 5 at the start is very nice. But on hard modes, that's not enough to kill all the small enemies, So it is something that I think would be really, really cool. So, just some stuff to think about. We'll see what happens with the changes. I do hope some things like that get added. I'll probably add that to the Discord at some point as well. There is a feedback section for thoughts, tips, things like that. So, hey, there you go. Just want to throw that out there. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you next time. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think, and if you want to see anything, just let me know. But realistically, we're in patch weight mode, so it's a coming. Take care, and I'll catch you next time.